This is another chapter from Flash Wisdom, a curated collection of mind-blowing, perspective-changing quotes, edited by me, Russ Kick. This, in particular, is the chapter called Self, and it opens with a quote from the Buddha: "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." And from Lao Tzu: "At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want." From Gandhi: "The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within." From Christian Jarrett: "Imagine awakening from a torpor, having forgotten how your friends and family see you, perhaps, unchained from everyone's expectations for how you ought to behave, you could be whoever you liked." From Clive Barker: "We are all our own graveyards, I believe. We squat amongst the tombs of the people we were. If we're healthy, every day is a celebration, a day of the dead, in which we give thanks for the lives that we lived. And if we are neurotic, we brood and mourn and wish that the past was still present." From Walt Whitman: "Do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes." From Diane Ackerman: "Living things tend to change unrecognizably as they grow. Who would deduce the dragonfly from the larva, the iris from the bud, the lawyer from the infant? Flora or fauna, we are all shapeshifters and magical reinventors. Life is really a plural noun, a caravan of selves." Virginia Woolf: "A biography is considered complete if it merely accounts for 6 or 7 selves, whereas a person may have as many as 1,000. Stephen R. Covey: "People can't live with change if there's not a changeless core inside them. The key to the ability to change is a changeless sense of who you are, what you are about, and what you value." From Viktor Frankl: "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." From Epictetus: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." From Emma Goldman: "What I believe is a process rather than a finality. Finalities are for gods and government, not for the human intellect." From Jose Ortega y Gasset: "Our firmest convictions are apt to be the most suspect. They mark our limitations and our bounds." From Buckminster Fuller: "I am not a thing, a noun. I seem to be a verb, an evolutionary process, an integral function of the universe." From Rilke: "No feeling is final." From Benjamin Disraeli: "Never apologize for showing feeling. When you do so, you apologize for the truth." Helen Schuckman: "I am never upset for the reason I think." From Louise Fitzhugh: "There is no sight so ugly as the human face in anger." From Carlos Castaneda: "No person is important enough to make me angry." From Harriet Lerner: "Anger is a signal, and one worth listening to. Just as physical pain tells us to take our hand off the hot stove, the pain of our anger preserves the very integrity of our self." From Florida Scott Maxwell: "Anger must be the energy that has not yet found its right channel." From Penelope Gilliatt: "People in a temper often say a lot of silly, terrible things they mean." From Winston Churchill: "A man is about as big as the things that make him angry." From Aristotle: "Anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person, and to the right degree, and at the right time, and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power, and is not easy. From Mark Twain, when angry, count 4. When very angry, swear. From Wilhelm Stiekel, anxiety is fear of oneself. From Mary Hemingway, worry a little bit every day, and in a lifetime you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can, but train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. From Unknown, I've experienced many terrible things in my life, a few of which actually happened. From D.H. Lawrence, I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. A small bird will drop frozen dead from a bough without ever having felt sorry for itself. From John Steinbeck, do you take pride in your hurt? Does it make you seem large and tragic? Well, think about it. Maybe you're playing a part on a great stage with only yourself as audience. From Marcus Aurelius, reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. From Albert Ellis, the best years of your life are the ones in which you decide your problems are your own. You do not blame them on your mother, the ecology, or the president. You realize that you control your destiny. From Will Durant, paraphrasing Aristotle, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. From St. Francis of Assisi, you are that which you are seeking. From Tom Robbins, if you're honest, you sooner or later have to confront your values. Then you're forced to separate what is right from what is merely legal. This puts you metaphysically on the run. America is full of metaphysical outlaws. A Zen proverb, teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. From Tegan and Sarah, would you like you if you met you? From Antonio Porcia, when I look for my existence, I do not look for it in myself. From Nassim N. Taleb, people focus on role models. It is more effective to find anti-models, people you don't want to resemble when you grow up. From Dostoevsky, lying to ourselves is more deeply ingrained than lying to others. From Khalil Gibran, the I in me, my friend, dwells in the house of silence, and therein it shall remain forevermore, unperceived, unapproachable. I would not have thee believe in what I say, nor trust in what I do. For my words are naught but thy own thoughts in sound, and my deeds thy own hopes in action. From Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, to be a man is to be responsible, to be ashamed of miseries you did not cause, to be proud of your comrades' victories, to be aware, when setting one stone, that you are building a world. From Alain de Botton, maturity, the confidence to have no opinions on many things. From Frank Yerby, maturity is reached the day we don't need to be lied to about anything. From Emerson, people seem not to see that their opinion of the world is also a confession of character. From Robert Heinlein, a human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects. The interviewer says, so to you, faith is not a comfort. Madeleine L'Engle replies, good heavens, no, it's a challenge. I dare you to believe in God. I dare you to think our existence wasn't an accident. From Andrew Greeley, practically speaking, your religion is the story you tell about your life. From Graham Greene, The trouble is, I don't believe my unbelief. From Ram Dass. Faith is not a belief. Faith is what is left when your beliefs have all been blown to hell. From George Bernard Shaw. There is only one religion, though there are 100 versions of it. From Roald Dahl. Those who do not believe in magic will never find it. From Tom Robbins. My faith is whatever makes me feel good about being alive. If your religion doesn't make you feel good to be alive, what the hell is the point of it? From Robert Anton Wilson. I don't believe anything, but I have many suspicions. From Iris Murdoch. I dare say anything can be made holy by being sincerely worshipped. From A. A. Milne. The third-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking with the majority. The second-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking with the minority. The first-rate mind is only happy when it is thinking. From Judge Learned Hand. A wise man once said, convention is like the shell to the chick, a protection till he is strong enough to break it through. From Logan Pearsall Smith. Don't laugh at a youth for his affectations. He is only trying on one face after another to find his own. From Bill Vaughan. If there is anything the nonconformist hates worse than a conformist, it's another nonconformist who doesn't conform to the prevailing standard of nonconformity. From George Bernard Shaw. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. From Mary Carr. Even the best of us are at least part-time bastards. From Nikos Kazantzakis. What a strange machine man is. You fill him with bread, wine, fish, and radishes, and out come sighs, laughter, and dreams. From Terence. I am human. Nothing human is alien to me. Sylvia Plath. I took a deep breath and listened to the old brag of my heart. I am, I am, I am. From D.H. Lawrence. We ought to dance with rapture that we should be alive and in the flesh, and part of the living incarnate cosmos. I am part of the sun as my eye is part of me, that I am part of the earth my feet know perfectly, and my blood is part of the sea. My soul knows that I am part of the human race. My soul is an organic part of the great human soul, as my spirit is part of my nation. In my own very self, I am part of my family. There is nothing of me that is alone and absolute except my mind, and we shall find that the mind has no existence by itself. It is only the glitter of the sun on the surface of the waters. From Eric Fromm. Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem which he has to solve. From Lawrence M. Krauss. The amazing thing is that every atom in your body came from a star that exploded, and the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand. It really is the most poetic thing I know about physics. From Bill Bryson. Every atom you possess has almost certainly passed through several stars and been part of millions of organisms on its way to becoming you. We are each so atomically numerous and so vigorously recycled at death that a significant number of our atoms, up to 1 billion for each of us it has been suggested, probably once belonged to Shakespeare. 1 billion more each came from Buddha and Genghis Khan and Beethoven and any other historical figure you care to name. From Michelle Thaler. We are dead stars looking back up at the sky. From Neil deGrasse Tyson. There are more molecules of water in a cup of water than cups of water in all the world's oceans. This means that some molecules in every cup of water you drink passed through the kidneys of Genghis Khan, Napoleon, Abe Lincoln, or any other historical person of your choosing. Same goes for air. There are more molecules of air in a single breath of air than there are breaths of air in the Earth's entire atmosphere. Therefore, Some molecules of air you inhale pass through the lungs of Billy the Kid, Joan of Arc, Beethoven, Socrates, or any other historical person of your choosing. From Walt Whitman. I believe in the flesh and the appetites. Seeing, hearing, feeling are miracles, and each part and tag of me is a miracle. Divine am I inside and out, and I make holy whatever I touch or am touched from. The scent of these armpits, aroma finer than prayer, this head more than churches, Bibles, and all the creeds. From Thomas Merton. Finally, I am coming to the conclusion that my highest ambition is to be what I already am. From A. A. Milne. You are braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.